Hello everyone and welcome back guys to a brand new video where today we're here with finally more Gran Turismo 7 news. Yes, the official showcase trailer has now finally been released and safe to say I'm pretty excited. But rather than sort of just briefly going over all the details that I noticed from the trailer, we're going to go back through today and really try and break it down for you guys as well. Obviously there might have been things you missed. There was actually quite a lot of information packed into this 3-minute video as well, of course. But obviously, if you are hyped for Gran Turismo 7, make sure you leave a like, get yourself subscribed to the channel as well. We are definitely going to be covering a lot of this game over the course of next year. Of course, the release date has finally been confirmed. We'll get onto that in just a moment as well. But yeah, plenty to unpack from this video today. Obviously, a lot of you guys know I've mainly been a Forza guy over the last few years. I have done a fair bit of GT Sport on the channel as well, but just never sort of fell in love with the game the way I sort of wanted to. There were always just a couple of quirks that I found a bit difficult. You know what you're on about, penalty system. What on earth has that been throughout most of Gran Turismo Sport's life? I feel like at one point it was great, the penalty system, and then they made it worse again. It was all a bit weird as well there. But fingers crossed, Gran Turismo 7. It's looking like it could be sort of like a weird hybrid so far between Sport and like Gran Turismo 5 and 6 and all the older sort of GT franchise games as well there. But yeah, let's get into this then for the trailer here today. Obviously, unfortunately, there won't be any audio just because I'm a bit worried it might get copyrighted and things like that as well there. But yeah, let's have a look and get right into this then. Obviously, PlayStation logos, first of all, obviously PlayStation Studio, everything like that. The first few seconds were a little bit odd, but it's very much just polyphony, sort of being polyphony. Stars look beautiful. First thing we've got, of course, is one of the Porsches. You can pretty much tell that instantly, mainly based on the fact there's a Porsche logo there. Obviously, this is a mix of gameplay and the in-game cinematics captured on a PlayStation 5 system. Reassuring to know as well there. But obviously, you got first little sort of interlude bits. I thought this trailer, honestly, at this point was going to be a bit of a letdown. You can see we've got a 918, obviously in one of the modern Formula 1 Porsche hybrid World Endurance cars as well. Then we've got a 917 as well as a GT3 car as well. There are a 911 as well. So a nice little variety straight off the bat as well. There are obviously dramatic scenes. Trial Mountain is back once again. Obviously, we already knew that, but very, very happy to see its return and a little more gameplay as well there. Obviously, we've sort of got these assets sort of taken from Gran Turismo Sport, obviously where like you sign with a manufacturer as well. There obviously you got the Supra from 1997 as well, obviously one of the iconic Super GT series cars as well there. And then obviously more dramatic shots of an engine in-game as well there. I don't think we're going to be seeing that all too much in the game as well there. And then of course, Gran Turismo. You know what it's going to be now at last. Obviously, a lot of focus on photo mode as well, which I was rather surprised by. So again, we've got another shot of the Supra there, another shot of this Porsche. I can't even remember exactly. Is this like a 9... I don't know which one this is. I don't think it's a 918, is it? But a bit different. Obviously, you've got all the different backgrounds as well. They're cityscapes, sort of different mountainous regions. Obviously, the pit walk and everything like that. Obviously, in the garages as well there. And then finally we get into some proper stuff there. GR Yaris. And then of course you can see we've got one of the Lamborghini. Obviously these are just some Vision Gran Turismo cars there. So you got one of the Lambos. Obviously the Jaguar as well. I think that's, I want to say, one of the Mercedes. And then I'm not even sure what this one is in the background there. I've never been particularly sort of well versed on all of like the Gran Turismo GT Vision cars as well there. I've never really been a massive fan of them as well. A couple of them are pretty cool, but a lot of them I'm sort of there, like, they don't really add a lot for me personally as well there. But I know a lot of guys do think they're rather cool as well there. The CLK GTR as well as the Rothmans 917 Porsche as well. They're two truly iconic cars as well in the world of motorsport there. I must admit, I absolutely love that CLK GTR. Obviously making its return on Gran Turismo 7 as well. There obviously wasn't in GT Sport there. I'm pretty certain the Porsche was, though, if I remember correctly as well. We got some shots of one of the Ferraris there. I'm not too sure if this is... Well, it's definitely not the SF90. I think this actually looks like the 458, I want to say. Or like the 488. I think it's the you know, the standard road car, though, as well there. And this is something, obviously, I really wanted to delve into as well quickly. Hopefully we'll get a better freeze frame shot. Here we go. So we've got a lot of different areas sort of like within the game there, and this can reveal quite a bit as well. Now, obviously, a lot of these I don't know for sure. I'm sort of going to guess, so I'm going to say this one obviously is sport mode. Obviously, again, you've got like the polyphony trophy, even I should say, that you get obviously from doing the online stuff on Gran Turismo Sport there. You know, you get into a race, it does all the opening cinematics, and that is the trophy, obviously, you see there as well. We've got like a radio center, really no idea what that is going to be on Gran Turismo 7 there. We got the retro cars, which I'm guessing is like the auction house that you used to get on the older games. Obviously not like a fully online auction house or anything like that, but certainly still, you know, the option to get some rare cars. I remember spending years on Gran Turismo 5 trying to get one of the Chaparral 2Js as well there. You've got like what I'm guessing is the social feature as well. For whatever reason, that's in a marina. Just Gran Turismo things. We've got the museum in the background as well there. We've got, obviously, the showroom, or the auto, whatever you want to call it. Obviously, where you can buy brand new cars as well. Customization options, or perhaps that is the services as well. Obviously, these two are obviously going to be very, very closely linked together as well. Obviously, where you can do all your upgrades, sort out your car, everything like that. Coffee break? Are we seeing the coffee break challenges back on Gran Turismo 7? I've never actually done them before in my entire life as well there, so that'll certainly be an experience as well there. Obviously, we've got the garage as well in the background, obviously, like where all your cars are stored, of course. The training maps as well there, so I'm not really too sure what the difference is going to be between these, unless this are like the old school coffee break challenges, and this one is sort of more of like the standard ones as well there, of course, like obviously learning the tracks like we saw in Gran Turismo Sport and things like that. We've got an airport, perhaps. Really not too sure about that one. I'll be honest with you guys, obviously the search tab, photo mode, and again, I'm not really too sure what this one is in the background there as well, whether that's like stunt school or something weird like that, or perhaps it's like the showcase events, you know, where you used to be able to do some of like the weird challenges on Gran Turismo 5 as well. I don't think we get any sort of more information. Obviously, you got the paint booth, everything like that seems pretty similar to Gran Turismo Sport as well. Obviously, of course, you can see it in action. Obviously, more and more footage of TORA Mountain. Let's just quickly have a look then. So, obviously, we've got a lot of different places where you can take photos. So, we've got an art museum, an amusement park, a national park there, Puerto Rico, Iceland. Any of them that are particularly interesting. Malta, I've been there, so I know that one as well. You've got Bruges as well, obviously in Belgium, Turkey, I think Amsterdam as well, Yosemite, more importantly, Spa and Laguna Seca, so they are confirmed to be in the game as well, with a bit of luck as well. That seems like they've spent a lot of time on photo mode, as suddenly I've lost all of the quality as well. There you can see all sort of the standard options. I'm not the biggest photo mode guy in the world, so this kind of stuff doesn't interest me as much there. You got the UNOS. You can see we had a few more tracks as well there, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see if we can pause that at the right time. So we got like Tokyo's coming back. Oh, I've gone full screen. I've lost everything. There we go. Back to normal once more there. And again, obviously, photo mode, it's a bit difficult to sort of break down everything from this. That was another scene I really wanted to have a look at quickly as well. I think we get a lot of information here. So did I mention this is quite an exclusive place? So this is Brighton Antiques as well. So obviously here based in the UK. So only a chosen few drivers that ever get to hear about it as well. There's obviously some very, very rare cars in here. You can see we've got the Toyota Supra that we already saw, 1997. They're 91 million credits for that thing. So I'm going to guess that money is going to be, well, I mean, this guy's got 700 million. So I'm going to guess, yeah, that there's going to be a lot of that available in the game as well. They can see we have got an XP system, once again, the daily workout as well. I love the fact they put that as a guide running when you just sit there driving the car around. We've got the Tommaso Mangster from 1969, the Shelby GT350, truly iconic. The Porsche 356A as well there, 92 million credits. And then the Plymouth XNR Gear Roadster as well. They've had 95 million. Oh, money is going to have to fall from the trees on this game as well. The Ford GT as well makes a return, for those of you that noticed that. And it seems like we have got the performance point system once again back in the game as well. They're not too sure what this little logo might be about. We'll have to wait and see about that down the line as well. And you can see even more pictures there. I think we just briefly saw a DB5, if I'm not mistaken. If in that last shot, let's have a quick look. There we go. Yeah, so we had a DB5. I think we also had one of the Willys Jeeps as well there, and then one of these very, very old Alfa Romeos. GTR R32, no, 29, and then we got the R32, I think, and then the R34. I'm probably about to get crucified for getting those all muddled up. And then, obviously, we've got the iconic original Nissan GTR Skyline as well there in this shot. Still a lot of focus on photo mode there. Obviously, we've got all the JDM icons, the RX-7, everything like that, making a return once again there. This was another very, very important one that I quickly wanted to have a look at there. All the different tracks we have got. Now, unfortunately, we only get to see Asia in this one as well. There's obviously Panorama returning, Tsukuba returning, Tokyo Expressway, Fuji, Suzuka, Autopolis, Kyoto there, all coming back. High Speed Ring as well returns from the older Gran Turismo games there, as well as Broadbean Raceway, which I actually don't know. Not sure if that's going to be Apricot Hill with a rebrand or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. As well there, we've also got, I think that's the Mazda Demio XD Touring with 105 brake horsepower as well there. So yeah, a few new tracks obviously coming, or at least returning, sorry, I should say then. Good to see High Speed Ring is on its way back there. So we get a few shots of that as well. Tsukuba, Laguna Seca as well, Colorado Springs, Le Mans as well there. And then, of course, we've got all the new upgrade systems as well within the game there. I think that was always one of the really underwhelming things with Gran Turismo Sport, of course, was just how few upgrades you can really do to the cars there. But I think we got a nice little variety of upgrades we can do as well. I've lost you guys again. This is the problem with trying to record on an ultra-wide monitor. Obviously, sometimes it full screens again and I lose everything. So we've got, yeah, some different stuff there. You can see we've got Sport, Club Sport, Semi-Racing, Racing, and Extreme. A low RPM turbocharger costs 1 million credits. The scale of money, I feel, is going to be a little bit out on Gran Turismo Sport as well. We've got a low-end torque supercharger for 1.9 million. Yeah, the money is definitely going to have to get balanced once more on this game there. And you can see, obviously, a lot of different information. You get, obviously, vehicle condition as well, so the service will be back. And perhaps you need to get, like, an oil change and things like that. Obviously, the old school cool stuff that only Gran Turismo would bother with as well there as well. But further on, obviously, you can see more front wing cosmetic changes, everything like that we'd already been made aware of. That is the new Supra. We've got an old turbo car as well there from Porsche. We've got the R33, sorry, you can see we've got a Supra and a Lancer prototype as well. There are only 8 players in this race, but I think it'll probably go up to 12 or 16, obviously, in the online stuff as well. We've got an RX-7 just up the road there. Not 100% sure what these cars are a little bit further as well there. Obviously, Tsukuba, some footage in the rain. We've got a Camaro ZL1. We have got a more modern GTR as well there, as well as another Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Obviously, this is around High Speed Ring there. We've got the GTR GT500 from 1999 there. The Alpha 155 as well. Very, very hyped to see that back in the games as well. There you can see, obviously, more footage of the Castrol Supra as well. The GR Yaris as well, obviously making a return there. Again, these are the Vision Gran Turismo cars as well. We've got a couple of Toyota GT86s. Obviously the GR86 as well there, and you can see one of the AE86s in the background as well in that shot. FF90 Stradale as well there. I've gone past a Porsche 917 Longtail as well. Obviously the Willys Jeep once more making a return as well. There are a couple more shots of like Tokyo, some old Nissan GTRs as well there, and of course finishing it off with a couple of shots from Le Mans. You can see we have got a load of the GR3 cars that we saw from Gran Turismo Sport as well there. So you can see the Lancer, I think that is. Obviously we've got the Beetle, the Alpha, and I think that's the Subaru as well there, as well as the Hyundai just at the bottom of the shot as well there. But Gran Turismo 7, March 4th, 2022. I literally come back off holiday and this game will be dropping as well there. So very, very excited for that. A lot of detail to get through over the course of the video as well there. So a massive thank you to all of you guys that have stuck around and enjoyed this one. Like I said, obviously, we will be covering Gran Turismo 7 when it does drop finally early on next year there. There's the possibility it might get pushed back, but I'm really, really praying, yeah, March 4th next year, we are going to see this game's release there. I'm probably going to go and pre-order it pretty much right now, so I don't forget to further down the line as well there. But thank you all so much for watching this video. If you have enjoyed, do make sure you leave a like. Get yourself subscribed as well, of course, for more GT Sport content that will be coming to the channel over the coming weeks and months as well there. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching this video, and we'll be back very, very soon with more racing content.